I'd like to welcome all of you today to this cold, but at least not snow day. I want to welcome all the scholars and their guests, as well as my wonderful committee and all the members and guests from the 19th Century Club that have chose to come. Anne and Vicki put this together today, along with a lot of help from Becky, and it's been a group effort, especially during the holidays, not an easy thing. So we're just glad so many people are here, and I'd like to thank you for coming.
Thank you for being here. This is quite, in my opinion, an important day because we are leaving behind some of the gloom of 2023, and we can harness the hope of a new day, a new year. The members and students and guests gathered here are such good people, and I wish every one of you a happy new year. We're going to make it a good one, right, Ruth?
Yes.
There are experiences and feelings and hopes that I wish for all of you in 2024. My assistant in a couple of minutes is going to be Talib Bektemba Goss. I've always loved saying his name. That's not the reason you got a scholarship. I just thought I'd be And he's a junior at Northwestern. And I'll share this little tidbit, I hope he doesn't mind. He once texted me, "Call me if you need to talk." And that was when I was having a particular issue. And I just thought that was such a warm, compassionate thing for a young man to do. Okay, so you can see 4 easels up here. So let's discover their purpose. My purpose with this piece of art, this colorful piece of art, is to encourage you, to wish for you that in 24 that you will have community plus diversity within that community. Those inclinations are clearly represented in the art print if you see all of the different colors of hands and the reaching out. My granddaughter was lying on my couch when I asked her what she saw in this piece of art. And she paused just for a moment and offered community. And that struck me as right on. I really hope in the coming year that each of you here has a supportive, available, warm community in your life, and that it includes a multicultural element from which you can learn and grow. Your life will be richer. And that has happened for me here at the NCCA. Nature is my second focus. And I urge you to be kind to yourself and make nature and its glorious beauty a part of your conscious life. This piece of art, created by the Impressionist artist Claude Monet in 1918, is a willow tree that was in his famous garden at Giverny outside Paris. I have a beloved sister-in-law who amazingly has had 4 separate bouts of cancer and has beat them all. At 88, she's slowing down a bit, though she and her 89-year-old man friend, they have a very busy social life. Years ago, when I had cancer, she told me that her grandmother always told her when troubles arose to bend like the willow, not break like the oak. I repeated bend like a willow hundreds of times. I loved the concept, especially after reading that willow trees are said to give a calming effect to one's soul. What I sincerely suggest for you is to remember the phrase, bend like a willow, and also have it be the touchstone for you to turn to nature for inspiration and comfort. Nature makes me think of my friend Diane Pingle, and if she were here, instead she's on a plane to India, she'd urge you to hug a tree. And I have done that with her, and it is lovely. Now I'd like to turn my attention to the concept of hope. Hope has been an ongoing theme for the scholarship program as the world, with my new verb, has frisbeed challenge after challenge at us in every facet of life. The intelligence, extraordinary accomplishments, and fine character of our present and past scholarship recipients have been truly the perpetual flame for our hope. Picasso created the dove as a symbol of peace because the story says it was the only bird that Noah put back on the ark. I didn't know. The dove has been used in art and literature to signify peace, love, and hope. A dove with an olive branch held in its beak is used as a symbol of hope around the world. Barbara Kingsolver, a New York Times best-selling author, has written 22 memorable novels in a distinct style and with important social commentary. She has an interesting bit of advice about hope to help us in the year to come. She announces to us with intense conviction, the very least you can do in your life is figure out what you hope for. And the most you can do is live inside that hope. Not admire it from a distance, but live right in it, under its roof. I feel her tough challenge. But you know, here we are in January 2024, and I think we can be filled with the conviction that indeed collectively we can and will keep hope alive. And we're going to meet again here next year and pat one another on the back for the hope we have saved. Here is my final wish for all of you. This photo exemplifies pure love to me. I hope it touches your hearts. Please note the clasped hands. These are my 6-month-old twin great-granddaughters, Chloe and Kennedy. They are always reaching for one another. Need I say more about love? There it is. So I close with the wish that you have community, nature, hope, and love in 2024.
Thank you, Janet. That's Janet. What can I say? So thank you so much. The Liaison Program was initiated as a way to keep touch with our scholars. Each scholar is assigned a member of the committee, and we didn't know what to call them, and we thought they're going to be a liaison. Each liaison contacts their scholar off and on during their college years, and remembers their birthday, tries to support them, encourage them, and although they're so busy, that it's a joy to see what they're doing too, just to hear from them. Today, the liaisons will introduce their scholar and their guest. And each scholar will give a brief comment about their recent experiences at school and what they're looking forward to. And keep in mind that we have freshmen, sophomore, juniors, and seniors. I'm going to start with Maddie Blake, and she's here with her mom and dad. I'm glad to have you, all three of you. She is a senior at Illinois State University majoring in nursing, and she'll tell you more about that. Her class of 5 seniors were the last group to have an in-person interview at the high school. I taught at the high school, and I used to see the 19th century ladies coming, and I thought, I'm going to do that sometime, you know. And so I missed going to the high school, and we started Zooming. And but I have to tell you that last interview, it was like maybe 2 days before COVID shut the high school down. Maybe it was the next Monday. We were like Wednesday, Thursday, and it shut down. So think about these seniors, what they've been faced with. They weren't your normal freshmen going off to college. In the 4 years since these seniors have gone, they have shown just absolutely amazing resilience and fortitude, and I guess I have to say creativity in coping with much more than any typical college student would have to see. Maddie, would you like to share your thoughts?
Hi everyone. I'm Maddie. I want to say thank you to everybody who's helped me so far. I graduate in May.
Maddie, can you pick up the microphone?
Yes. Can you hear me better?
Yes.
Okay. I graduate in May. My bachelor's in nursing, and I guess some things I've been up to. I went to Kenya this summer with my school, and I led a group of other students. We worked with an organization there that works with women with HIV and AIDS and their children, so that was a really great experience. I learned a lot about community and diversity in other cultures, and that was so much fun. And then what else have I done? I am going to graduate with my honors in nursing and all honors in college. So I finished that by organizing an event with Be the Match. They're the National Bone Marrow Registry. And so we helped over 100 people at my school get registered to be on the bone marrow donation list. So that was a great accomplishment this year. And I feel like I say this every year, but this semester has been my favorite semester so far. And I'm sad to see it come to an end, but very excited to be done with school and starting my nursing journey, hopefully in an ER. And I'll be moving to Nevada, but of course I'll still stay in touch and visit when I can. So I want to say thank you, and yeah.
Thank you, Maddie, and we wish you the absolute best. I will give the checks out at the end of the program, so will each scholar, I'm sure you'll find me. There's somebody that I neglected to introduce to you, and that is my co-director and my best friend, Don Lenny, and he's right over here. He took a bad fall, but he's going to be bending like a willow soon. So Don, go ahead and.
I'm going to stay seated because I've been living with this hunk of metal for 2 or 3 months now, and I'm tired of it. So anyway, I have 2 people that I am blessed to introduce. The first one of these young persons is to my left, Sabine Roser, and she is now attending Colgate University. I had to look that up. I knew it was in New York, but I didn't know where. It's quite a hike from here. But she is working in film and studies as her major. And I think the good thing, since this was a field that I was in, she isn't just sitting in the corner somewhere creating something. She actually works with other students as a media technician, and that's a tough job. This summer she will be in Los Angeles, and she may tell you something about that briefly. So let me introduce Sabine, and her mother is here, Denise, as well. So, the floor is
I'm going to make my way to the front, I think. All right. Hi, everybody. It's fantastic to be here for another year. As Dawn said, I'm Sabine. I'm currently a sophomore at Colgate University, which is in upstate New York, basically in the middle of nowhere. So that has been quite the adjustment, having come from such an urban area. Arguably, starting at Colgate has been the biggest change for me this year, as I am a transfer student. Last year I was at the University of Vermont, but found that it wasn't the best fit for me, so I'm now at Colgate and loving it. I'm majoring in film and media studies, and outside of my classes I work as a digital media technician in our school's film studios. So essentially I help manage the space, and I help other students who come down to use our equipment for their projects. And outside of the studios, I help live stream services and events that occur at our school. So recently we had our winter a cappella concert with all the student-run a cappella groups. So I ran the live stream for that, which was really fun because I get to see the performances while also working and doing something that I love. So I've really enjoyed that. And I would say that my favorite thing that I did this year at Colgate was partaking in a video arts class. For my final project, I made a short film, documentary-style film about the transfer experience with a bunch of my friends who are also transfers. And that was just really great to talk to everybody and learn about other transfer students' experiences, since it's something that is so close to my heart and something that I'm currently living through. And then this summer, I will be doing a film internship in Los Angeles, which I'm very excited for. I was just recently accepted to the film program that it is through, so I'm not exactly sure what company I will be working with yet. Those applications start in the coming months, but I will be sure to share with everybody where I end up, and I know that that will be a fantastic experience. I've never been to LA, never done anything in Hollywood, but it is what I want to do for the rest of my life, so I'm very excited to have the opportunity to start that this summer. Thank you.
The other individual I would like to introduce, you already briefly met as the tech assistant for Janet, and this would be Talib Bektembakas, who is here with his mother Elizabeth. And when Talib was selected as one of our recipients, my wife and I kind of jumped at that because he just happens to go to school where we went. It's called Northwestern. But Talib is majoring in legal studies and has a minor in sociology. He spent part of the summer in Croatia and Switzerland. I'm so jealous. He is, I'm going to mention these two things because I think he's too modest to do it. But he is up for consideration as an intern at Goldman Sachs in Chicago. Some of you know about Goldman Sachs. But do some of you also know the people in Washington, namely the Supreme Court, because Talib is up for consideration as an intern with the Supreme Court. So, he's a hard worker, and I'll let you fill him in on the rest of his life.
I appreciate that. Can everyone hear me in the back? All right, sounds good. All right, well, my name is Lee Beckton-McGoss. Thank you to Don for always the warm welcome. Always appreciate that. As he kind of mentioned, I'm a junior at Northwestern, majoring in legal studies with a minor in sociology. I would have to say my favorite part of the year was I worked at McKinsey & Company this summer, as I did last year. But work wasn't too interesting, sadly. But because of that, I got to go ahead and go to Croatia and Switzerland with my girlfriend for about a week and a half. That was very dreamy. It was beautiful. It was a great experience. If you can travel, definitely do it. It doesn't matter where you go. Just get out in the world, explore different cultures, and just learn. That's the best way to learn, is going out and doing it. I do have an offer, as he mentioned, to go work in Goldman Sachs this coming summer. But one thing that I wanted to mention is that there are some things in life that you have to do. You eventually have to go get a job, but try to do something that you love. As he mentioned, something that I'm really passionate about is the law and its transformative power. And for people that look like me especially, who may not get the best outcomes within the legal system, the judicial system, my goal is to change that. So I have been fortunate enough to be in the final round of consideration for the Chief Justice's office at the Supreme Court. So hopefully this summer I'll be able to understand the legal workings and the legal realm a little bit more, and eventually in my path to change the legal system, eventually, hopefully the world, I'll be able to do that. So that's a little bit about me. Last year I came up here and you talked about some beautiful words. Hope was one of the ones I talked about last year. And this year specifically I want to talk about dare. And I want to challenge people. I dare you to go ahead and be the best version of yourself. It's hard. Without discipline, you can't do anything, but first you have to dream. You have to imagine you can be somewhere and you can be someone. So, if I'm any indication of that, just go ahead and do what you love, and eventually, the right opportunities will come to you and you have to take them. So, I just want to thank you for the intro and everyone for coming here, and I wish you all the best 2024.
Okay, next, I'd like you to meet Joey DeMasso, and he goes to Babson, and he is a freshman, and he has much to tell you about what he's doing there.
Hello everyone, I just want to say first of all thank you for having this. It's a great lunch and everything, and I appreciate what everyone's doing. Thank you for the introduction. My name is Joey. I am at Babson College on the East Coast. That's definitely been a transition. I was talking with some people here. The Midwest greetings and welcomeness is a little bit different than how it is on the East Coast. So that's been an adjustment. But overall, college has been great. It's been really cool to meet people who are as passionate about business, entrepreneurship, and social impact as I've been. Besides school and business, accounting things, I've been really busy with clubs. I kind of did the airline game where I applied to a bunch of club e-board positions, and then they all got back to me and said yes. So I've been really busy with that, but it's been really, really rewarding to work with these students in various clubs, like Social Impact Club, where we worked with creating awareness on campus for Hunger and Homelessness Awareness Week, and just trying to create more awareness how business and social impact kind of integrate together. Another thing that I wanted to mention is all throughout high school and middle school, I was in the Big Brother, Big Sister volunteer program as a little, and then I wanted to give back in college. So I've been working for my application to be a big and mentor some of the littles in the area around Wellesley, Massachusetts. So that's been another really rewarding experience. And Babson College is a big school for entrepreneurship. So I've been, I may have mentioned the last time, I've still been running the business, Ripple, the digital celebration of life that helps memorialize loved ones who passed or near the end of their life. So it's been really awesome to get the support from my school through the Entrepreneurship Center and various professors. Babson College is a very small school, so it's been cool to just ask the professors if they want to grab coffee and talk about the business and hear their feedback. And overall, it's been a great experience. This summer, I'm not sure where I'm going to be interning. I thought maybe originally I'd do it in Massachusetts, but I kind of want to come back home to Chicago. I do miss it quite a bit. So I'll keep everyone updated about what's coming in the future. I just want to say thank you again to everyone for hosting this event.
Is it on? Yes. Hi, everyone. I'm Vicki Schnorr, and I have an embarrassment of riches of students that I get to liaise with. One of them is not able to be here today, Ruben Hernandez, who's a junior at University of Illinois in Champaign-Urbana. He is on a long-planned trip with his father, so we don't get to see him today, but I do have two other students here. The first, you may remember her filling in for Janet last year, is Pira Saramano, who goes to University of California at San Diego.
Hi everyone. I'm really happy to be here again, and as always, this is a really great lunch. So I started technically my second quarter at UCSD. It's definitely been quite the transition, and you know, as a physics major, you don't get a lot of free time. But there's been a lot of really great opportunities, some unexpected opportunities. So has anyone seen Oppenheimer? Yeah? Okay, awesome. So, back in November, as it was revealed in the movie, Oppenheimer was a UC professor. So, this year they started taking UC students to go visit Los Alamos National Laboratory. So it's a pretty prestigious thing because obviously there's hundreds of STEM majors, hundreds of applicants, and at our school there was only 30 spots available. And in December, I got the call and they said, hey, Los Alamos chose you to come visit. So that was awesome. They paid for us, me and 30 other students, to come visit on an all expenses paid trip. We got badges. We had to go to the badging office. We got badges because most of the lab is behind the fence. We got to visit their particle accelerator called LANCE, and they work with CERN, which I'm an astrophysics major, but my biggest passion is quantum mechanics and particle physics, because I like really, really, really tiny things. So so that was really cool. I'd never seen a particle accelerator in real life. When I did an internship at Fermilab my junior year, it was virtual, so that was awesome. The particle accelerator is half a mile long. So that was really cool seeing how that worked. We got to visit their high magnetic field laboratory, in which they had us, they stuck us into a machine and they scanned us for radioactive particles while we were getting ready to leave, which that was a new experience. Thankfully, none of us were contaminated, so we were able to leave. And then we got to visit a lot of the scientists. They gave the scientists our resumes before we went, and we were assigned somebody to speak with us. And they said the people that they assigned to us were interested in hiring us, because that's how the UC pipeline works. So they wanted to hire us for internships in different positions. So it was really nice talking to the scientists. Like, one of the scientists their colleagues helped to drive the Mars rover, and they work with NASA. And the particles physicists, they work with CERN as well, which I'm a huge fan of CERN, so that was really cool. And that just happened a couple weeks ago. So it was right after finals. We flew out to Albuquerque, New Mexico. It was really in the middle of nowhere, and it was a really fun trip. The only not so fun thing was we all collectively got food poisoning from a taco place. But you know, it was quite a bonding experience. So this was a really good semester. It was it was quite a interesting transition at first, going from the Midwest to California. Obviously the weather's a lot nicer. It hasn't gone below 55 degrees like the entire time, even in December. And then last time I was here, I talked about wanting to start my tutoring nonprofit, and that has come to fruition. We have served a total of about 45 students, and we have 2 locations now, and we successfully operated with me being gone for an entire semester, and we're looking to expand the program even more in the new year. So there's a lot of great things happening this year. Thank you.
As you may be able to tell, I really hate public speaking. I forgot to introduce Pierre's mother, Elle, who is with her here today also. My other student is Zeke Wells, and he is here with his parents, who unfortunately we had to sit at another table, but they are here to support him. He is a freshman at Harvard University, so we'll let him say hello to you.
Yeah, thank you for the introduction, and thank you everyone for coming here and supporting all of this. Just a little recap of my semester and my summer. Over the summer, I worked downtown at a nonprofit called Youth Guidance. They do social emotional learning with kids throughout the city, and I was able to implement different fundraising initiatives that they have with their 100th year anniversary. So I was able to work in strategy, fundraising, making that nonprofit be able to elevate its impact. And during the school year, I want to continue some nonprofit work, and I'm now working as a lead marketing director for a scholarship and mentorship committee that serves hundreds of students internationally who come from underserved backgrounds. I've been getting more involved with politics, international affairs, and kind of seeing how business and politics can intersect. And I've also, as a student, where a lot of the, at a place where a lot of the conflict politically has come to a head, been able to really see a lot about how division is sparked in this country. Just half an hour ago, I got a text that or an email that my university president is resigning because of different issues with Israel-Palestine. And at a place where we've been so polarized and put at the center of all the polarization, I think I've gotten to learn a lot about how our disagreements really stem from not understanding each other, not being able to have a conversation. So this summer, I decided that I want to go a little more into this political sphere and explore that interest of mine a little bit. So I have a friend named Lucas where we're going to travel to all of the 50 states and create some storytelling. We're going to do some articles with various news outlets and organizations, and create video series and be able to highlight the stories that unite us as Americans despite our political ideologies. I'm really happy to have the support of people like the former Irish ambassador to the United States, and hopefully partner with some really cool organizations with that. So I've been able to learn a lot, and I'm really excited for how 2024 can kind of start a shift for us with all of the political division in this country.
Hello, I'm Ann Nunez, and I have a single student, a single scholar here today, Duan Sintron, also known as DJ. And with him is his mother Jennifer and his grandparents Sheila and Jose. And DJ is a freshman at Washington University, and he's majoring in biology and anthropology. And I'd like to give him the mic and let him talk.
Thank you so much, Anne, for the introduction. Can everyone in the back hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I want to wish you all a happy new year so far. And I also want to say that so far college has been like one of the most transformative experiences in my life so far. I've really gotten to learn who I am, what I want to do in my life, and who I want to support me. I've been very grateful to find a large support group at the university through a scholars program called the John B. Urban Scholars Program, which is aimed at students who come from marginalized backgrounds. And through that, I've been able to relate to a lot of other students in a way that I wasn't able to here when I was at OPRF. In that same vein, I've also been able to do work that I can say that I'm proud of. Personally, I'm very invested in public health issues. And I really want to make sure that people from all sorts of backgrounds have adequate forms of healthcare. And through that, I've been able to take a lot of classes that have allowed me to explore that passion. Specifically, I'm taking a class called Medicine and Society, which aims to analyze the intersection between how medical policies interact with people from different backgrounds, and how that plays out in a societal level. And through that, we've been able to perform experiments and ultimately learn about the growing injustice and division within the medical system, and it really trains us to be pioneers of futures in which we can aim to fix that. Additionally, I'd also like to say that my education at Washington University has allowed me to really see all the different types of division in general. Washington University has a very big problem with economic division, in which about 30% of the students come from the 1%, and not a lot of students come from low-income backgrounds. And it's really allowed me to analyze the overall wealth gap in the country. And I don't mean to put things on a sour note there, but it's just an overall analyzation I made. But to put things in a better mood after that, no, seriously, Washington University it's been one of the best semesters of my life. I've been able to find a lot of friends, I've been learning a lot, and just in general, I don't really wish I was anywhere else, and I'm glad I found such a major support group, and it's really reaffirmed that I am interested in healthcare. I love helping other people, and this summer I plan to work at an internship at the University of Pennsylvania through their summer program, SUMR, which stands for Summer Undergraduate Mentorship Research, and it aims to work in public health research in Philadelphia, helping marginalized communities, and similar to what I'm doing now at WashU, is understand the division we have in our healthcare industry. So yeah, I'm very glad that I'm able to continue to work on this issue, and I plan to do so for the rest of my time in college. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Ruth Foley. I actually have 3 students that I liaise with. One of them, Sarah Piltich, could not be here today. She's out of town. She's a senior and will be graduating this year with a degree in nursing. And let's hope she all comes back to Oak Park and works at Rush Oak Park. I would be very happy about that. First, let me introduce you to Amelia Rosbach. She's here with her mother, Jennifer, and her father, Edgar. She is a Chinese and computer science major at Georgetown University in Washington, D.C. I'll let her do all the talking. The rest of it. In English.
Thank you, Ruth, for
the introduction. This semester I was really busy with schoolwork. I took an additional class, so most of my time was spent in the library. But I took a tech ethics class, which I wasn't anticipating to like as much as I did, because I see myself more as a STEM person. But this class made me think about a lot of things, and the intersection of law and computer science, which is something I might be interested in pursuing in the future. I'm not quite sure yet. But outside of class, I do Jumpstart, which is part of AmeriCorps. I did it last year. Twice a week, I go into a classroom, at a public school with a group of other Georgetown students, and we work with preschoolers on their literacy skills and social-emotional skills. So I really enjoyed that, and then I also started TAing this semester for the introductory computer science courses. So I got to meet a lot of other computer science students, and I get to work with some professors as well. I'm not completely sure what I want to do this summer yet, but I'm looking into possibly doing some study abroad, maybe related to Chinese, because I do want to be immersed in that culture. And then I'm also looking into study abroad next year, but nothing's definitive yet. So I'll let you all know when that is finalized. But thank you all.
And now we hear from Matilda Jamras. She's a sophomore at the University of Illinois in Champaign-Urbana. She's here with her sister Maya, and like me, she had a rough time with calculus. So we'll finish this.
My experience with calc wasn't that bad. I took it in high school, so it wasn't horrible, but I will have to take Calc 2 next semester, so I'm not very excited for that, as it is the hardest calc class at Illinois, they say. But yeah, this past semester was great. Last year when I came to talk to you guys, I talked about my experience with America Reads, which I'm still continuing to do. I worked this past semester with 2nd and 3rd graders. In addition, I also worked for Teacher America teaching 3rd grade on Zoom, which is very different because this time I had to actually do lesson plans, and I didn't realize how hard lesson plans are, and props to all those teachers because it takes time. But yeah, it was really fun. Definitely hard to teach over Zoom, I realized, and a different way I had to navigate and learn because I was so used to teaching in person always. But I've always enjoyed my love of teaching and work with students. I recently got a promotion in that job in Champaign, so I'll be working and overseeing all the tutors as I once was a tutor for them. But yeah, this next semester I'm going to be taking Calc 2, which will suck, but also coding classes, which I've never taken a coding class before, and I didn't realize environmental science and economics both need coding some knowledge. But I will be excited, and luckily my boyfriend is also a coding major, so that'll be easier. But I plan on hopefully getting an internship this summer, and last year I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease, so study abroad was changed in my idea of like traveling, but Illinois luckily offers like 2-week research trips with their professors, which I really like because it gives like a hands-on experience, and I've been in talks with some of my professors who I really, really like, and hopefully we'll do a trip with them soon. Yeah, thank you guys, good to see you all.
Hello, I'm Agnes Sakala, and I'm so happy to introduce my liaison, Kai Yoku, who is a senior at Cornell University in material science and fashion merchandising, which she'll explain to you.
Hi guys, can you hear me? Yeah. Well, as she said, my name's Kai. I go to Cornell. I'm a senior in material science and engineering with a minor in fashion. If I look like an unfamiliar face, it's probably because I am. When I never make it to these luncheons, I'm always working, I'm always out of town. But I really wanted to make sure to make this one since it's my last one. I actually have a flight later tonight, and it was earlier, and I moved it because I was like, I'm coming to this. And yeah, I want to thank the 19th Century Club for helping me with my career. And so a little bit about my career is I work in materials. So I work on every material I can get my hands on and materials that can make a difference. I've worked in a lab for fabrics and textiles where I developed a material that you put over produce so that it lasts longer. I worked in a soil laboratory where I improved roads all over the New York State. And that led me to my work at Markforge, which is a 3D printing company in Boston where I was tasked to create a new material. There I created a new metal material that's used in cars, in trains, and anything that you can think of that's made of metal. At school, I'm part of a team that's around 80 people, and we build an aircraft that lifts off and drops kind of medical supplies through an airdrop. And when I joined the team, I was challenged to create the materials side of it, where I tested the materials. Throughout my 4 years, I've become kind of the focal point. So a plane crashes, they come to me. They pick a new material, it comes to me. And that's been an awesome experience for me to kind of develop my engineering skills. That led me to my work this summer at Carbon, which is a 3D printing company in San Francisco. They 3D print shoes and bike saddles. Most notably, they make bike saddles that are used in Tour de France. A lot of them use the Carbon saddles. And yeah, so that's led me to now. I just finished my thesis where I worked at CERN. I worked on the largest particle accelerator in the world. I worked on the materials for the electronics in it. And yeah, so right now I'm a senior and I'm looking for a full-time job and kind of opportunities that present itself. And I have a lot of them that I can kind of look towards, whether that's working at Apple or Tesla on tech, whether that's working on clothes, which is my minor, so working at Nike or Adidas or Saucony shoes. I'm looking towards companies that can work on medical devices as well, so working on the materials to help solve diseases that we don't even know about, as well as looking at opportunities in like renewable energy and nuclear physics and stuff. And yeah, so for me, I'm like a people person. When I look to my future, I see myself being a manager, a director, maybe a CEO of a company at some day. But all of this was made possible by the 19th Century Club. I can't thank you guys enough for the opportunities you've given me, especially going to Cornell. Being able to have your support for 4 years has been absolutely essential for me to do all the things I've done. And yeah, I wanted to thank you guys. And yeah, thank you.
Hello, I'd like to introduce, first of all, Danielle Geralnik and her father, Dale. And I think she's going to tell you the rest of the story.
Thank you.
All right, can everyone hear me?
Yes.
All right, hello. So yes, I'm Danielle Geralnik, and I'm a junior at the University of Illinois in Urbana-Champaign. I'm majoring in elementary education and minoring in sociology and community-based art education, which I'm loving. Just finished up the sociology part, so got that done. And I'm finishing up the community-based art education, long name, which had an acronym. But yeah, it's been a really good semester. I started my curriculum and instruction courses, so like all my methods. So I've been doing math, literature, science, how to teach class, you know, things like that. And it's been really, really cool. I've loved it so much. It's a lot harder than I expected it to be. There's a lot more that goes into lesson planning than like what was said earlier, and it's been cool. I was put into a kindergarten classroom to go and observe for 3 hours a week this past semester in the Champaign area, and so they're really cute, surprisingly scary audience, I will say, for 6 years old. I had to do my first lesson this past semester on plant parts and how they grow, and so we, you know, sang songs, did dances. I read them a book. Apparently, there's very proper ways of holding books, so you've got to have a right angle, good voices, all that. So I had to practice that with my roommate 5 or 6 times. She knows the whole thing by now. And this upcoming semester, I'm going to be with a 2nd grade classroom in Fisher, Illinois. I don't know if anyone knows where that is. I didn't. So it's like 30 minutes from campus. But I'm going for 1 full day a week from 7:45 till 3:30 p.m. So I'm gonna have to get used to that schedule. I know I've been told that that's the daily one for the future, so I'm really gonna have to get used to that. But I'm really excited. It's been an amazing semester, definitely challenging, but I'm excited for the future. And besides that, I'm still doing jewelry making, so if you guys need anything, let me know. And I'm gonna rejoin my ceramics club that I was doing freshman and a little bit sophomore year. I still work at the Cranit Center for the Performing Arts Ticket Office. I just got promoted to student supervisor, which is really cool. And yeah, it's been amazing. Thank you so much, everyone, for having this luncheon and getting together. And I appreciate all the support and care everyone has. So yeah, Happy New Year.
Have I missed anybody?
Yes, you have. I'd like to introduce Rachel Young and her mother, Virit. And Rachel will tell you more about her studies and where she was studying and all of that. She's a senior, so almost done.
Thank you, Sarah. So sweet. This is so fun. Oh my gosh. Hey, everyone. I don't know, am I the last one up here? Whoa, okay. Hey, I'm Rachel. I'm a senior at the University of Wisconsin. I'm studying marketing and a minor in Jewish studies. I'm like washed up. I'm a washed up senior, almost out. It's been a great 4 years. I found my community, I would say, at Wisconsin. It was a tough ride being a COVID entrant into college, but you know, we're out the mud, we're out the thick of the woods. And so yeah, I think that's one of the biggest takeaways I've gotten from college. Obviously, world-class education, but none of that means anything unless you have community. So it's been really great. I had a lot of coffee, so my heart is like pounding out of my chest right now. I love talking, so I don't know why my heart's beating so fast. I am head of marketing and creative direction for a media company in Madison. It's like student focused, community focused, it's a fun job. I'm interested in brand marketing and brand strategy, so hopefully gonna go into that after I graduate. It's all pretty much up in the air. Job market's pretty tough, but we'll work it out. Yeah, outside of that, I do photography. I work for a streetwear brand called August. I do all of their new incoming photos for their clothing, and I do lifestyle photography as well, so it's been great to hone those skills outside of my studies. And yeah, I want to say thank you to the 19th Century Club for believing not only in me, but like the next generation as a whole. It's so nice to see like all my Oak Park friends. Hey Kyle, like Jenny, I don't know if she's here right now, but yeah, it's been really great, and I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's been a great 4 years, and it's been really special to be here with you guys, so thank you.
I just have one sentence that I want to add, and I can't see how you could fail to disagree with it. Is there anyone in here who is simply totally amazed by the wealth of commitment and knowledge and joy for life that these students illustrate?
Thank you, Don. I was trying to figure out how to say that. So, you are all invited out, and there's tea and coffee. I would like the scholars to come and get their picture taken, and pick up their check. So thank you all. Oh, one announcement.
An unplanned announcement. I realize I have a lot of scholar parents here. My name's Joanne Despodes. I'm the Director of Membership. And scholar parents are members of this organization. And we have a member directory and handbook that you get every year. I have a stack of them here. If anybody would like their current handbook, please come up and see me. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
Okay, scholars come up here.
I think I will stand here.
One, two, three.